This video is going to show you 7 search tips that will help you find more good stuff fast. The first tip is to be specific. Let's say I'm searching for Santa Claus. I pop Santa Claus into my search bar and I get a whole bunch of results. It would take me a really long time to look through all of those results. Some of them are good, some of them are not probably very good. In order to find a broad range of good information, I should search several more specific things about Santa Claus so that I can get a good, deep understanding of what I'm looking for. So I could try Santa Claus history, real Santa Claus, world Santa Claus, Santa Claus workshop, and Santa Claus sleigh to find lots of different good information about Santa Claus. Tip number 2 is to try synonyms. A synonym is a different word that has a similar meaning. For example, I might search St. Nicholas and Father Christmas in addition to Santa Claus. Tip number 3 is to use quotes. In a search engine, I can use quotes to ask the search engine to search for all of the words together. Google is pretty smart about this, but sometimes I want to be really clear that I only want pages that have the words Father and Christmas together instead of telling me all about fathers on Christmas. Tip number 4 is to eliminate words. Let's say in my search for St. Nicholas, I find an annoying amount of websites about St. Nicholas churches or schools named after St. Nicholas. Those are great, but they probably don't have a lot of information about the North Pole there. So I can use a minus sign in front of the word church and or in front of the word school to eliminate those words from my search. That means Google will show me sites about St. Nicholas that don't talk about church or school. This is really helpful, but I need to be careful because I might also eliminate sites that talk about how churches honor St. Nicholas or how school children feel about St. Nicholas. So it's worth a try, but I should also be careful. Tip number 5 is to look for one of 2 words. So I could run one search and find all of the websites that talk about St. Nicholas or Father Christmas. They don't have to say both St. Nicholas and Father Christmas. They just need to talk about one of them. That way, I can get pages where people call him one thing or the other thing, all in one search. Tip number 6 is to specify domains. Not every website is a .com. Some are .org, others are .gov, .edu, .info, .me, so many. Often, .edu sites are super reliable because these domains are owned by schools and colleges. .gov sites are owned by governments and therefore tend to be pretty reliable too. I can look specifically for what schools say about Santa Claus by searching only .edu sites. I do this by adding the word site, a colon, and .edu. This might cut down on some of the randomness on the internet and give me some more serious information. I can also use this to search a specific site. For example, I could search the site YouTube for Santa Claus. Tip number 7 is to use search tools. Right under the search bar in Google, it lets me choose what kind of results I want to get. I could choose news or images or videos, and y'all are probably pretty familiar with the images and the videos. But I could also search in books that are indexed by Google and find all the towns called Santa Claus on a map. this concludes our video about search tools, and I hope that by using these 7 tips, you are able to find much better information on the internet much faster.